Hello everyone and welcome back to another San Diego El Cajon International Airport update. This is my fictional 1-400 model airport. That has models from Gemini Jets, Phoenix and NG. I hope to get some more, maybe some Aviation 400 because I've heard they're very good. But yeah, there are 4 new aircraft, 3 of which you will have seen in my collection video if you've watched that. If you haven't, I'd suggest you do because it just gives an insight into my collection, because obviously now I used to put all planes on my airport, but now I've got quite a few, and to keep it realistic I don't have everything on there. This is an evening update, so it's based in the evening. You won't see aircraft like my Hawaiian, because that will obviously won't get in until the morning, but you'll see a lot of the departures going out to Europe and Japan. But yes, I will get started now. So here we have this one of the new models. It's from Panda Models, actually, one of the model companies I didn't mention, probably because they're quite forgettable. They're not the best. The landing gear is missing on this one, and the wing was coming off. It's a bit of a mess, wouldn't suggest it. I'll probably get an NG. But this is a Delta A321neo. This one has just arrived in from Kahului in Hawaii and will be overnighting here. Here we have the Delta 757-300, one of my favourite models. Absolutely love this plane, been in this exact one as well. Back from Kona. This one has just arrived in and will be overnighting here again from New York JFK. Now we're going to be moving on to our array of London routes. We've got 3 today, 2 on board Virgin Atlantic and 1 on board British Airways. So we'll start here with the early flight that is very shortly going to be pushing back, and it will leave for London Heathrow. It's a Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350-1000. This is GVE in leisure configuration. Love this model, one of my favourites from NG. I might get the Aviation 400 one though, or I might get the A330neo, all of which do look very nice. And then if I just move the camera here, we've got this Virgin Atlantic 787-9 that has just arrived in from London Heathrow and will be heading back out there in about 3 hours. So yep, I'll move on. Here we have a British Airways 787-9 that will also shortly be heading out to London Heathrow. All of the wide body stay parked in the SkyTeam area and international arrival area are going out to Heathrow. Usually the BA aircraft will be parked on the other wide body stands, but I like having it over here to sort of mix it around a bit, because just having the SkyTeam planes here does get a bit boring, so I like to mix them around a bit from the One World Star Alliance gates to into the SkyTeam area. I call this it. It's probably more multi-purpose, but I figured Delta go here. They're one of the main players in SkyTeam, so put KLM and Virgin Atlantic there, but I also figured I'd include BA. So yeah, this one will be heading out very shortly to London Heathrow, departing just after the Virgin A350. So we're now over at the hard stand. I've only got one of these, but I do like to have it. I mostly use it for cargo, but I figured I'd also put a passenger aircraft on here. So this is our KLM A330-200. For whatever reason, it's not parked at the SkyTeam gates today, so it's just parking over here, which is just, if I move the camera, but you'll notice just behind the SkyTeam area. So this has changed quite a lot since you last seen it. This is where I had the Atlas Air 747, but I've got this one on here now. I've put the grass around, you will also notice that, and the service road's been added as well. So that's not the progress we've made. I thought I'd bring that up, but here is the A330-200 from KLM. This one doesn't depart until about 9 PM, so it's still got a little while to wait before it leaves and heads back out to Amsterdam. So here we have this Delta A321 now. This is just getting fuel and passengers on board for its final flight of the day, where it will be flying down to Orlando. It's very shortly going to be pushing back, just getting the last few passengers and bags on board. And yeah, like I say, heading out to Orlando. Then it will be doing a short flight up to Atlanta, where it will be overnighting and coming back in the morning. So here we have a Delta 737-800 that will very shortly be heading out to Salt Lake City in Utah, big hub for Delta, so it will be heading out there and overnighting. So here we have a Delta 737-900ER that will very shortly be making its final flight of the day out to Austin, Texas, where it will be overnighting. Now moving away from Delta, we have this United 737-800, which will very shortly be making a flight out to Houston, Texas, another big hub for United. And just on stand here we have an American Airlines, another 737-800 actually. Got quite a few of them. And this one has just pulled on stand from Miami, and we'll be overnighting here, where it will make a morning flight out to Dallas tomorrow, and it'll come back, and it'll go back out to Miami later tomorrow. So yeah, we have this American 737-800 in the One World livery. Like I say, just arrived in from Miami, and we'll be heading back out to Dallas in the morning. Just here we have this JetBlue A320-1200 that we're making a very late flight out. We're leaving in about 2 hours, and we'll be heading out to Tampa in Florida, where it'll be overnighting. A lot of these aircraft are overnighting, so either at their destination or here. So this one is going to be heading up to Tampa, like I say, and it'll be overnighting there. Now back on wide bodies, just waiting to push back here with the tug already attached, as you can see. It's just an aircraft taxiing behind it, just waiting for this one to clear out, and then it will be pushing back. This is a Aer Lingus A330-300, and it will be heading out to Dublin, Ireland very shortly. So just here we have this Scandinavian A330-300. This may be the last time you see this one update, because I'm thinking of selling it. It's a bit of an odd one to have. It's a very long way for an A330-300 to go. It can just about make it, but I don't like it so much because I don't think the airline realistically send these, and also it's in the old livery. So I might replace it with another airline or another aircraft at some point, maybe an Asian carrier, because that is something I am missing. But here we have, potentially for the last time, a Scandinavian A330-300 that is shortly going to be heading out to Copenhagen. Now, currently one of the wide body gates is being used as 2 regional jet gates, but I've only got 1 regional jet on here today, as the other is currently taxiing. Here we have a United Express CRJ 550 that will very shortly be heading out for its flight just up to San Francisco, where it will be overnighting. And here we have this Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 in the West Coast Wonders livery. I absolutely love this livery. It's really nice. Reminds me a bit of SeaWorld. Did love when Southwest Airlines actually had their old chamois painted aircraft. That was really nice, but getting a bit off track. This one will be heading out to Anchorage this evening. Now, first of 2 new airlines you'll see in this update that you won't have seen in the last. This is a Southwest 737-700. I want to make this quite a big hub for Southwest. I'm thinking of getting a few more. Currently I only have 2, and they're both in special liveries. But this one is Southwest 737-700 in the California 1 livery. I absolutely love this. I think it's fitting as well, this being a California airport. And I love the California state flag. This one will be heading out to Las Vegas. I'll finish at the main terminal building, and I'll be showing you the aircraft that are taxiing or taking off. So here we have this Delta 717-200 that's just arrived in from Anchorage. We're pulling on stand, and in about an hour we'll be heading out to Los Angeles. Holding short of runway 9, we have a Delta A350-900 that's just about to take off for Tokyo Narita. Gets into the airport at Tokyo very early, but it's an early departure for a flight out to Japan at least. So yeah, this one's about to head out once the runway is cleared to Tokyo Narita. And just taxiing here, we have an Alaska Embraer 175. This one is very shortly going to be heading out to Portland in Oregon. Just taxiing here, waiting for the Delta A350 to get onto the runway and take off, and then it will be in line to take off. We have a new aircraft type, new model, and new airline. We have this Lufthansa A340-300. I absolutely love these. This model is from Phoenix, but I love the A340-300. It's one of my favourite planes. I still remember, I've been on one a few times, but I still don't remember that, because it was when I was much younger. I remember my flights on the A340-600, but never on a 300, and never flown with Lufthansa before. I've only ever flown on one with Virgin Atlantic. But this one will be heading out to Frankfurt in Germany. It's just taxiing here, and once the Alaska is taken off, so there's a little bit of a queue, it will be heading out to Frankfurt. And here we have a Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8. This one is in the Herbert D. Keller or Desert Gold livery. Really nice livery. Unfortunately, Gemini Jets have messed it up a little bit, but that's okay. It still resembles the aircraft. It's my only 737 MAX 8 at the moment. I'm hoping that will change soon with maybe WestJet if I win the eBay bid. But as I say, there's a Southwest 737 MAX 8 Herbert D. Keller livery, and it will very shortly be pulling onto stand. It has just arrived in from Oakland, and will be overnighting here before it heads out to Kahului early in the morning. Here we have this Atlas Air Cargo 747-8 that's just taking off here for Seoul, South Korea. This is the final aircraft of the update. It's a Gemini Jets model, and as you can see, it is in the interactive series. Really interesting actually that I managed to get my hands on this, because They're very expensive now, but I'm glad I've got one. Probably won't be getting another interactive aircraft. I'm not a huge fan of them, to be honest. With the plastic parts, I like the aircraft to look realistic, and I don't have it parked on stand very much, so there's not much need for the interactive part. But anyway, that's where I'll end this San Diego El Cajon update. I like to do these every once in a while, and I do apologise if I've been a bit croaky. It's just I've got an awful cold at the moment, but I figured I might as well do it while I've got a bit of time on my hands. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I'll try and upload some more videos of takeoffs and landings. They tend to do quite well. And my flight reviews, next time I go on a flight, which should probably be later this month, I'll try and upload a review of it. If not, I will see if I can post another update or another airport related video. Now, if you did see a post that I made recently, it was guessing what kind of airport it was, or the airport recreation I might be doing. I might be doing Orlando soon, because I've got a lot of the aircraft for it, and I would like to expand my collection, and most aircraft that go to Orlando could also be used for this airport. So I think it's a good one to do. Orlando, I fly there just as much as I fly there probably more than anywhere else, really. So I think it's a good one to do, second home. So yep, I think I'll be doing Orlando Satellite 4, so that's gate 70 to 99. It won't be for a while, but there'll be some interesting aircraft into there. It's the international gate, so you'll see a lot of Virgin Atlantic. It's where there's very famous pictures of the Virgin Atlantic 747s all lined up, usually sometimes about 6 of them all lined up next to each other. Then there'll be Canadian airlines such as WestJet, I believe Air Canada Rouge and Air Transat. Then the international arrivals from Southwest, Spirit, and I think Frontier. But that'll do it for this update. I thank you for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. I do like seeing people's comments. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.